Ron Carman started his career at this guy's got some, I'm going to give you a quick condensed bio, but some career. Career at the SEC in New York office and spent 23 years with Morgan Stanley and its predecessors, principally Dean Witter Discover. From 1997 until his retirement in 07, Ron managed the company law department at Morgan Stanley, where he was responsible for disclosure, financing, intellectual property, real estate, and other areas. He focused principally on disclosure matters and corporate governance, including advising Morgan's board and all the board committees. Phew, how the hell did you do that? Ron has a bachelor's from Cornell University, a law degree from Hofstra, where he was a member of the Law Review, and graduated Beta Gamma Sigma from the Columbia University Graduate School of Business. And he's got, let me tell you, he's a guy that you want to meet. I think they're really going to get involved with us. We want to help them out. Without further ado, Ron Carman, Molloy College.
I won't tell you how much we paid to get that introduction. I'm really pleased to be here at ExecuLeaders. We met Rich Krause, extremely impressive. For me, Bethpage conjures up memories almost a year ago to the date, actually 11 months ago, where I was slogging through the mud trying to get a peek at Tiger and Phil and Ernie. I barely saw any of them, but I came back covered with mud. So the weather today is a little better here. The golf world has changed so much since then, but I'm not here to talk about golf and who's going to win the Open at Pebble Beach, but rather to give you a little update on what we're doing at Molloy in the business program. 30 years on Wall Street and now in academics. What a difference. When I retired, I wanted to do something different, and I certainly found it. When I was with the SEC, we used to say we're here to help you, and with Molloy, I'm really here to help you. The new Molloy business team, several bios are available. Our goal is to develop top business students, undergrads and MBAs, that will have a symbiotic relationship with everyone in this audience, business leaders on Long Island. We have a different approach to business education. Our approach is executive-based. For the most part, classes are taught by experienced business veterans, like Jim Werner here, veterans of numerous business cycles over the last 20 and 30 years, struggles, bangs, booms, and busts. We blend academics and experience. Our professors are hired and teach based upon their expertise and their passion for teaching. Just two quick examples. Our lead accounting professor is Steve Beer. Steve was the controller of Lehman Brothers in the 1990s and the CFO of the second largest German bank's North American operations until he retired a couple of years ago, and now he's teaching for us. Ed Weiss, who some of you have met, was a managing director at Merrill Lynch in investment banking, and he joined Molloy in the fall. So our professors are there to teach, to mentor, and to open up doors and get involved with our students, not necessarily to do all forms of research. We have three themes: executive-based business education, small class size, and taught by successful businessmen. Before this talk, many of you probably, when you heard Molloy College, thought of nursing. I think it's the 4th largest in the country, and education. There are so many people from Molloy teaching on Long Island. And I live in Rockville Center. Until I arrived at Molloy, a 3-minute commute instead of an hour and 20 minutes into Morgan Stanley. Those were my thoughts. But think like that, no more. Long Island business professionals, we are developing students with business skills and skill sets that you want. We're here to work with you because they have real practical experience. In closing, my wife's a big fan of ABBA. Remember, one of their hits was "Take a Chance on Me." You Long Island business, take a chance. Send your promising young professionals to Molloy for their MBAs to be taught by the likes of Jim Werner and myself to enhance their already existing business schools. Take a chance. Utilize our undergrads as interns and will offer them a chance to compete for jobs with your businesses. Molloy business means business. Executive-based learning through business professionals. And just to close, I'm so appreciative to Rich for the invitation to speak here. And I know you'd much rather hear from someone who runs a baseball team than someone who's involved with education. So thanks so much.
Thank you, Ron. Great job. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim, for hooking us up. We appreciate it. And by the way, the answer to that question, I'm probably going to hear a number come out from behind that screen, that Wizard of Oz screen in the back. But how much do you think they paid for that sponsorship today to speak? $10,000. $10,000. Unbelievable. Bill, did I get that right? Mr. Mosley, was it 10,000?
11 million.
Ron, thank you very much. We thank Molloy College, and we thank the Division of Business, and we hope to a great future in a partnership with all you guys at Molloy College. We thank you. We're, as you notice, we're involved with a lot of colleges here: SUNY Farmingdale, Briarcliff College, Harvard, Yale, Brown. We have so many partnerships and relationships going on. We have, you might have heard of the Zorn Business School. You heard of the Zorns, right? You heard of the Czar Business School, but we have the Zorns Business School right here. Monique Zorn from Zorn's Caters right there. Monique, thanks for coming again. By the way, the reason I picked on Monique is that Monique has been a friend and a partner with ExecuLeaders and a sponsor for many, many years now from the beginning. In fact, we even have had some of our world-famous, Mr. Mosley, hoedowns at, how many people have been at a hoedown, ExecuLeaders hoedown? Pretty wild, right? Maybe we'll bring that back. Frank, we used to have a hoedown in Monique's chicken coop in the back of Zorn's. I think everybody has had Zorn's chicken and ribs. You know, they have numerous locations, but on Hempstead Turnpike, and her family's had for how many years? 700 years. And she said, I only have this chicken coop in the back. It has no heat. They literally, all the chickens are out now, but it's still a chicken coop. I went back there and I said, perfect. Let me tell you, this was the look she gave me. And Vanessa, who's the one who turned the chicken coop into a room where we could have a hoedown with the red and white tablecloths. She brought in hay. We brought in heaters. We brought in, you ready for this? We brought in a porta-john. We had it right outside. And people said, how do I know where the event is, Rich? It's behind the main restaurant. I go, you'll know where it is when you see the porta-john. And they go, you kidding? I said, no, there's a porta-john. And that's how they found it. You go in the door next to the porta-john outside. And I think it was about 26 degrees. Anyway, we had a great time. Everybody dressed up as cowboys and cowgirls. And we had chicken and ribs and fettuccine and everything else they make there. But they don't only have chicken and ribs, right? And we had a great time. Anyway.